Hi, mvgcesl pupils. Today's lesson we're going to continue with page 9 and on to page 10. We're going to cover the long and short U sounds and their spellings and finish up with long and short Y. So the last two vowel letters and sounds in the alphabet. As we mentioned way back in the first lesson, a long U sound sometimes is just a oo sound, and sometimes it sounds like it's got the letter Y in front of it. U, like the letter itself. And sometimes sometimes the word has to be pronounced one way or the other. Other times it's optional. For example, Tuesday. I say Tuesday. Some people say Tuesday. If you can hear the difference, Tuesday, Tuesday. Remember that the short U sound is ah. So in example 35 on page 9, I'm going to read across the short U sound, 35, the first line. But, bun, cub, cut, dud, gut, hut, mud, mutt, nut. And then there's a funny pronunciation. It's not really a normal short U. P-U-T is pronounced put. P-U-T-T is pronounced put. That's the normal one. That's enough for that line. Let's see what happens when we put U's at the end of the, or E at the end of the syllable to make it a long U sound. And you have to listen and learn which ones are pronounced oo and which ones are pronounced U. For example, butte, but blue. Cube, cute, shoot. Dude, refute, flew, hue. And you can read the rest of those on your own. A long U is also often made by having OO and EW. So different spellings for long U, the long U sound. And it's also mentioned here in this lesson that OO is usually the OO sound and EW is usually a U sound. Not always, but usually. And also that OO, even when there's an E at the end of the syllable, is usually just the OO sound. So example 36 on page 9, long O sound with OO. Boo, boot, caboose, chew, coo, coot, goo, loo, loose. Moving down to the second line of 36, tool, toot, troop, zoo. Example 37, examples where EW makes the long U sound, sometimes with U, sometimes with OO. So reading 37, chew, crew, do, some people say dew, drew, few, that would always be few, never say foo, grew, hue, Jew, cue, mew, mule, new, N-E-W, new, some people say new, news, pew, skew, stew, strew, view, that's I-E, making the oo sound or the U sound, view, whew, or few. And there's, of course, exceptions with U. Sometimes the long U can be made just with an O in very common words like do, to, you, Y-O-U, pronounced you, through, with a silent G-H. And here's some funny ones, fruit and juice, fruit juice, both of them spelled U-I, but it's just a regular long O sound, or long U sound, fruit, juice. Sluice, suit, other examples where UI makes the long U sound. There's also some very unusual ways of spelling short U that you'd think would be pronounced differently, like example 39, it's not above. You'd think it should be if you follow the rules, but it's pronounced above, like a short U. Brother, done, dove, love, money, mother, none, of, sounds like a V but it's an F, O-F, of, oven, shove, some, the. And there's a few examples of, we've already come across put, but some other examples, example 40, where it's a sound. Not quite the same as a sound. Book, foot, put, soot, took. Some common words in there that are pronounced. You have to learn the pronunciation of these words. Book, foot, put, soot, took. Finally, moving on to page 10. This is the last section in our short and long vowels exercises. When a word ends in just Y, it's usually a long I sound, or you could say a long Y sound. Many common words. Example 41. Buy, cry, dry, fly, fry, my, ply, pry, shy, sty, thy, try, why. If a Y, the letter Y is not the last letter of the word, it often behaves like I. So a short I sound when there isn't an E at the end, and a long I sound when there is an E at the end. So example 42 are short I sounds. The Y in the middle of the word and with no E at the end. Jim, Jip, Egypt, Gypsy, him, silent N, him, Pims, symbol, tryst. And some examples where Y is in the middle of the word, not the end, and there's an E at the end, and it gives it a long I sound. Bite, hype, lie, lime, rhyme, rye, time. That's a funny word because TH with a T sound, not a th or a the sound. T-H-Y-M-E, time. Type, Skype, and style. So that's it for our long and short vowel sounds. And there are going to be some combination vowel sounds which we're going to learn in future lessons. But reviewing long A, E, I, O, U. I'll do that. Try to show you. A, E, I, O, U. And if we do the short sounds, A, E, I, O, and A. A, E, I, O, A. And I've left off Y in these examples, but Y follows the rules, or often follows the rules, and sounds long Y and short Y sounds like long I and short I. Bye for now.